And I'm gonna start working gold teeth and fangs.
All right, so hello everybody. Connor and I are here doing a live patch notes because we didn't record one this week for scheduling reasons. And honestly, it was like 7 o'clock Thursday night, and we were like, we could record it, or we could play some PUBG, and we played PUBG instead.
That is a true statement.
Yes. First, shout out to Eagle5050, who is also Justin Ferrante from YouTube. He gave us a $25 donation. So awesome for him. Thank you. Awesome for us also.
All right, Drew, I'm gonna need that in cash. I'm gonna need that on my doorstep tomorrow morning.
Yep. I am Connor's sugar daddy. That's how this relationship works.
All royalties from this company will go directly to my fund to buy sweet ass shit.
It's a fun fund.
The fun fund.
Yeah. So we're gonna do this episode a little differently, but we're basically gonna try to do it the same way. You can probably see what's up on the screen right now. It's on the Destiny subreddit. That's the first thing we're gonna talk about very briefly, because Destiny's getting shit on all over this week. Because they released their Curse of Osiris DLC for Destiny 2 this past Tuesday.
Curse you, Osiris!
Well, people really enjoyed the DLC for about 2 hours, and then they finished the DLC, and now everybody's pissed because there's like no content in it. It's $20 for like a 2 to 3 hour long campaign. A lot of the weapons and armor they introduced are just returning from Destiny 1. And yeah, it's just an overall big disappointment. Destiny's had a ton of problems this week. There's 2 shining lights that happened this week. One, there's an incredibly overpowered weapon that kills people in like 1 or 2 hits in Crucible, which is their PvP. And instead of just removing the weapon or canceling the PvP events, they just made it available to everybody right off the bat. So now everybody's just using it. They're like, hey, it's fun. Just fuck it. Who cares?
I mean, that is kind of fun.
It is cool. Yeah, I'd rather them do this way and then change it later than not at all. Then again, I'm not playing this.
Overpowered weapon.
Yeah.
Like in Call of Duty, everybody uses the MP, whatever. Like, I'm talking old Call of Duty, but like the MP40. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? Fine. MP40 is the only gun in the game.
Or the friggin' what are the dual shotguns that were in Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, Kimbo 1911.
Oh god.
18
11
1923. Some year. Yeah.
Oh god, that was awful. But well, so yesterday they officially unlocked their new raid experience, which is like a mini version of the normal raid, but it's got new bosses and stuff. And apparently that's pretty good, but I don't think that those 2 shining lights are worth $20 for that little amount of content. Yeah, not really too much to talk about other than Bungie continues to fuck this up. They're trying to listen to their fans, but it just seems like Destiny 2 at its core is just beyond help at this point. So, yeah.
Well.
You've never really been into Destiny like at all. So
no, this didn't really appeal to me. I mean, I like MMOs fine. I don't play any right now, but I played them and I like shooters, and I think the idea of combining them was good in theory, but I just not interested in the type of game it is now. Not really for me, but I do wish they would take better care of it and roll out these things a little better, but you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Those are our strong opinions.
By the way, since I didn't say this earlier, in case you're watching this later, because I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. This is the patch notes for the week of December 9th, 2017. I guess. Yeah.
That is today, the 9th.
Yeah. I'll probably post this tomorrow, so it'll be the 10th, but whatever, whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about, we just briefly talked about Destiny because I don't think people really care that much at this point. It's been covered a lot better by other people who care a lot more than we do. So let's talk about Fortnite Battle Royale.
You said Alita Battle Angel? Yes, we'll talk about that.
Do you want to talk about Alita Battle Angel, Connor?
Not yet.
Okay. So Fortnite, which is a game that I enjoy. I don't know if Connor. You don't enjoy it as much as PUBG, but it's not bad, right?
Eh,
Eh.
yeah, it's a fun game.
Okay. Well, they just added a 50v50 mode, which is basically just two giant teams in each game. I've gotten a chance to play it. I played it yesterday. It's really fun. Like, it's surprisingly fun. You can't damage your teammates. They turned friendly fire off. So you're just getting these moments when there's like 10 people on your team just roaming around the map. And it's really cool. And it's really intimidating when you see on your minimap that you're the only person from your team in an area. Like, you're just kind of screwed. I like the way they implemented it. It's different enough from PUBG that it's starting to feel like its own thing now. So I think it was a good idea for them to do this, especially since I feel like what pushes a lot of people away from games like this is the fact that when you die, that's it, and anybody can kill you at any moment. So this is a lot less intimidating for people who have yet to get into these kinds of games. So I think it's going to be good for those people.
What is the mode? It's 40v40?
50v50. So it's still 100.
So it's kind of like Battlefront's big mode. Multiplayer, team slayer, whatever.
Yeah.
Big team battle.
But it's still with that same like
the ring
PUBG Battle Royale mentality.
In the zone, shrinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be fun. Yeah, I'd be more excited if that was something PUBG decided to do.
Well, yeah,
that would be fun. A 50v50 PUBG.
Yeah, it would be fun.
You get it, you'd like, oh man, be wild.
That would be crazy.
Huge
They'll probably do it
with teams. Like, you got like 50 dudes just geared up, just shooting at one building. Like, oh my god, it'd be wild. Like,
yeah,
you get caught by the Armada and you're like a lone wolf. That would be pretty awesome. I would like to play that. But I'll try out the Fortnite version. I just don't play Fortnite as much as we play PUBG.
Yeah, it's nice.
I played it maybe 5 times.
Well, it's nice for people like me because I suck at Fortnite on PC because I'm just not accurate enough. And it's nice because it gives you kind of a buffer. Like, if you land near where your team's landing, you should be okay to kind of figure things out, get good loot, and get going. But it's actually funny. You'll get to the point where the zone is so small, but there's still like 10 people on each team. And it's just crazy trying to cram everybody in that tiny zone. It's cool. I like it. And they implemented a lot of cool stuff. So, like, you start in a squad of 4, but when you die, you can spectate anybody on your team. So they actually are trying to encourage people to stay after they die, so you can see if your team wins. Because you do get bonuses if your team wins, which is nice. But yeah, so I guess that's it. About,
is it out? When's it coming out?
It's out now.
Oh,
yeah.
What are we doing here? Let's go play.
You can play it right now.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to play
okay, so those are just 2 brief stories. We're gonna talk about the Game Awards a little bit more in depth, like who won and stuff like that. But first, I wanted to.
Did somebody win? I didn't hear this.
Oh yeah, they had a winner and everything like that. I want to talk about Death Stranding. So Connor, you finished watching the trailer, right?
Yeah, I just watched it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to show the whole thing for copyright reasons and whatnot.
Ooh.
But I'll just skip through the video here, see if I can find a good spot. Let's see. Where's the baby?
Before he spoils it, if you were listening,
There it is. Perfect.
Go watch the trailer. I mean, it's 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
Pretty long. Cinematic. It's almost like watching a short film.
Just search what you see right there as the title of the video. Death Stranding, the Game Awards 2017.
Don't think it's not really even a video game thing. Because I didn't see a single game anyway. All I saw was a cool movie with real actors. I saw Norman Reedus scuttling around, doing all sorts of weird stuff, and it gets real weird.
Really weird.
In a good way. I think it's cool. I think it looks really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't care about the game. Like, I don't even know what the game is, or I mean, they haven't shown me a game yet, so I'm not even thinking of a game. But like, I want to watch that movie.
Well,
I don't know what the game's going to be, but when they do that 2-hour-long cinematic only cut on YouTube the day it comes out, you better believe I'm watching that.
Well, somebody on Reddit said something that I think is really true. Is they're like, I don't know why, but every time Kojima releases anything, it could be the weirdest fucking shit ever, but I want to play it. Like, I want to see the conclusion of it and what's happening.
Yeah, like you want answers because there's just it's
so
all
many
questions.
questions. Yeah,
There's no
zero
like,
answers.
one thing after another. Like, oh, what is that weird thing that's like spinning around on his backpack? Like, what does it do? And then why is there a ghost there? What's it? What's happening now? It's just like endless like madness.
The thing is, the trailer had me for like the first 5 minutes. It had me. I was like, okay, I'm being eased in. I kind of get it. It's like a sci-fi kind of thing, and it's defying gravity, and these cool backpacks kind of detect these invisible enemies. That's really cool. And then like almost as soon as 5 minutes hits, it goes straight off the deep end. This guy's got a baby on his chest, and he hands it off.
I was like, all right, wait a minute. Now we're getting somewhere.
The baby's in a jar on this dude's chest. He hands it to Norman Reedus. The guy flips out, tries to kill himself, and he ends up just stabbing himself while he's floating away. And then Norman Reedus eats a baby.
Norman Fetus.
Norman Fetus, yes.
I mean, just go watch the trailer if you're interested in weird stuff. You know, it's cool. And I don't know what the game's going to be about, or I mean, what the gameplay is going to be. Yeah. I'm guessing it's going to be something similar to like
Metal Gear Solid. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe not as tactical. I mean,
no.
Guns in the game.
Well, did you play MGS5, like the most recent one?
Yeah.
Phantom Pain, the open world one.
Yeah, I didn't play like a lot, but
yeah,
I actually bought the. Remember they released like a $30 base. It was basically a demo of the game where you have that. Was it Ground Zeroes?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, at the time everybody's like, "This is so dumb," but now looking back, it was actually pretty good.
And I enjoyed that. And I mean, it was the game. Like you got to. And yeah, that was fun. But I never bought the actual full title. So
I did, and I really enjoyed it. And if the gameplay's like that, you know, not the open world stuff and not the like stealthy stuff, but like
shooting.
Shooting and the cover mechanics, I think it'll be fine. Well, the only thing that bums me out is it's a PS4 exclusive, which means it's not going to be on PC.
Ooh, yeah.
So we're going to need a PlayStation to try it out.
Oh, it was on PC.
What was? Oh, yeah.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, Metal Gear.
But hey, it will be on PC?
I guess we finally get to see what happens when no one is willing to rein in Kojima. Just lets him do whatever the fuck he wants with like an unlimited budget. They never should have gone full Kojima.
Unleashed.
All right, so that's just one of the highlights from the Game Awards.
I didn't watch it. I don't know anything about it. Was there anything else cool? Any like big? It's not like an E3 thing where there's a whole bunch of new trailers. Was that the only? They showed?
No, they showed a bunch of trailers. I'm trying to think real quick. Any off the top of my head that really stood out? They're making a World War Z game that just looks okay.
Like a zombie game.
Yeah, it's based off the movie, not the book. First of all,
plays Brad Pitt.
I wish. No, he just plays a bunch of random people. There's some cool trailers. I can't remember the name because they actually announced a lot of like new IPs.
Oh.
So, oh man, I'll have to show you afterwards. But there's some good ones, and we can talk about it. Talk about them a little bit more next week because I might flesh them out. There's a new From Software game which I'm really excited about. No one knows what it is. Those are the guys who made Dark Souls. Okay. Super excited for that.
Well, what did it look like? I might have seen something.
It was like Shadows Never Die or something like that. That's what it said in the trailer. It was seriously like a 5-second clip of something, okay. And that's it.
It's like, all right, there's something spooky. You gotta kill it. All right.
So, we'll just talk about the winners. We'll start at the bottom of this list instead of going all the way to the top.
Am I looking at something that you're?
These are ways. It's the Forbes thing. Okay, so at the bottom of this list for some reason is Chinese Fan Game Award. And it was run by JX3HD. I don't know what that is. Best debut indie game was won by Cuphead, which is pretty cool. Have you played Cuphead?
No.
I haven't, but I feel like that's something you'd really like for the art stuff.
I mean, I appreciate the art. Probably not gonna play the game.
Gotcha. I heard it's too hard, so I don't want to play it.
Yeah, I don't like anything challenging that's like side scroller-esque because like that's not my game generation. Like I never was into like Mario.
Student Game Award, which is Level Squared. Never heard of it, but congrats. Best esports team, don't care. Best esports player, don't care.
Where are you seeing this? Because all I'm seeing Is
I'm
it
at the
the
bottom of the
cat
list.
at the very bottom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, so they put winner. I see. Why would they?
yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
formatted really dumb.
yeah, it's just like just tell me who won. Don't show me all the names.
Yeah.
Like we already knew who's not. That was like months ago.
This is all I could find. I could not find a good list anywhere unless it's on
Okay,
their
so
website,
game
which
of
I
the year.
doubt.
Oh wait, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah. So best esports game was Overwatch, which has a lot of people pissed that like League of Legends or Dota. Sorry, voice crack. Can't edit it out.
Sorry.
Like apparently people were like League of Legends or Dota or even Counter-Strike should have definitely won over Overwatch. I don't know anything. I don't play any of those games.
Where is this?
A third up the page, best esports game.
Oh yeah, Overwatch. Yeah, of course, Overwatch is great.
But is it good esports?
Yeah, it's great esports. You kidding me?
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, like
so
super competitive.
the next
Right?
one.
Yeah, I don't know anything about esports. I don't follow it, but like I mean, I think the reason, if I had to guess why I won, is because, I mean, I don't know, like it's slightly, it's a little bit different than like the typical, like there's not a lot of games that did Overwatch as like the team shooter as well as Overwatch did, and now everyone's copying it. Whereas like people copying in League of Legends games and Dota 2, like those games have been around so long and they haven't really changed that much. For Overwatch, take a new take on it, I think. I don't know.
Okay, so it's like the newest one on that list.
Yeah, it's like Counter-Strike. What? That's like been out since like 2004. These are like the game of the year award, not like the game of all. You know, the Counter-Strike, don't even talk about it, this kind of thing.
Well, the next one up, Trending Gamer. Our guy, Dr. Disrespect. Yeah.
The Doc, the two-time.
Yeah, the two-time. Yep. Now he's the 3-time.
Oh, shit. Is he really?
I don't know. He's winning a bunch of actual awards this year, so I wonder how he's gonna change his story.
He's probably won't. He'll just be the two-time forever.
I mean, the 1993-1994 blockbuster video game champion. I mean, nothing can top that.
Yeah.
The only other person on here I've heard of is Shroud, and he's a pretty cool guy, but I don't really know anybody else.
Yeah, I've heard of Shroud. I don't know him, and I haven't heard of anyone else.
I only know him because he streams with Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Most anticipated game, aka Pay Us Money Now award. What the fuck
That's
is
such
this?
A dumb award.
Monster Hunter World comes out in like 2 weeks. No, it comes out next week.
That's why
what the fuck?
People are waiting to.
What the? How are you gonna give it an award?
That does look pretty good.
It does. But what the fuck? All the other games come out like next year, and then Monster Hunter World comes out like next week, and they're
so anticipated. It's at the climax of its anticipation. It's about to come out. I mean, I want to give it that. I'm not sweating over Red Dead Redemption 2 every night, but I am thinking Monster Hunter World coming out in a couple days.
Well, I will agree with the writer of the article. I would have thought Red Dead Redemption would have won, but I guess Last of Us Part 2, I guess Sony paid more than Rockstar. So, I mean, considering, just look, 1, 2, 3 games on that list are Sony exclusives. God of War, Spider-Man, and The Last of Us are Sony exclusives.
At the end of the day, I don't think anyone actually cares about these awards, so it's just kind of a fun thing. Like, oh yeah, they did win, but like, yeah, all right, moving on. It's like not a big deal. It's not like they're getting a ton of money or anything.
Best sports racing game, Forza. It's like, I don't care.
Let's just not even talk about sports, and let's go back to the previous one. And let me just say, the new trailer for Last of Us Part 2 does look really fucking sweet.
I haven't watched it because I am still hoping to finally play The Last of Us
just watch
someday.
The trailer, it doesn't have anything to do with the last game. No,
okay.
nothing to do with the last game.
Okay.
It's all new characters. Okay. And like it's awesome. There's this buff ass girl, just jacked out of her mind. Insane. Watch it, and like, it's like the rendering. It's kind of like watching. It's just like you're watching like the goddamn, 3D game effects these days. It's so good, real time stuff. It's like, ooh, crushing it. All right, yeah, sports. We don't care. We don't play. Best strategy game. Another genre of games I barely ever touch.
Yeah, I like XCOM for what it was. It's just too tense for me.
I remember watching someone play though. The winner though, it was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and I remember watching someone play. It kind of like
it's like basically XCOM Mario.
Yeah, it's like super tactical.
Yeah, it's fun.
Best family game: Super Mario Odyssey. Okay.
That's warranted from what I've heard. Haven't got a chance to play it. I want to Switch so bad, dude. Like, I mean, Matt showed me his Switch, and I was won over.
Well, he was showing me Zelda.
Yeah.
Cool.
Best role-playing game, Persona 5.
I heard that's good.
Yeah, I've heard it's good, but this game is making my blood boil in a really weird way. So, people are saying Divinity Original Sin should have won. And you've heard of Divinity Original Sin, right? It's like a top-down RPG.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
Okay. Well,
Divinity. There's like a whole they have like 50 games that are.
Well, yeah, but it's like I don't know. It was super popular when it came out. It got a ton of recognition from critics and stuff like that. But people were saying that Persona 5 is less niche than Divinity, and that I don't know. That makes me upset for some reason.
Yeah, doesn't bother me.
The only reason I know what Persona 5 is because we make videos like this. Like, I never would have cared or heard about it because I don't like anime shit, so I don't care.
Well, that's fine, but a lot of people love it, including me. No, I mean,
yeah, but for those people to say that they're a bigger group of fans than RPG fans on PC, I'd say they're about the same size.
I have no idea. Probably, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that's my thing. That's my thing about that. Best action adventure game. I've only played one of the games on this list. Assassin's Creed Origins. Well, it's pretty good.
Zelda won it, so.
Yeah, well, that was kind of obvious, I think.
Breath of the Wild. It looks fun.
I played a very brief amount of it, like 5 minutes, when Matt let me play his Switch. It was good. It was fine. Definitely could see myself playing it a lot.
Yeah.
But,
you know what Noi is?
Noi? You mean Neo?
Noi.
You mean
Noi?
You mean Neo?
That's not how you spell Neo.
Not like the Neo from the Matrix. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I've never heard of it, so that's why I got it wrong.
It's basically Samurai Dark Souls.
Whoa.
Best action game. On this list, I think Prey should have won. Because I heard that Wolfenstein 2 was actually not that great. But yeah, I guess it won.
You like Prey? Prey was good?
Prey was really good. It's probably my favorite game of the year so far. I mean, I haven't played a whole lot, but it's between that and Resident Evil 7. Yeah, I beat it like 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
Wolfenstein 2 looked good, but I haven't played it.
I heard it's just disappointing. Like,
I'm the wrong person to be interviewing about this. I play no games these days.
I was talking about it. So I was thinking because I was like, oh, we should do a video where we say our favorite games of the year, and then I was trying to think what games you've played from this year.
Yeah. I probably the only games I played this year were games I was playing last year,
or PUBG,
or PUBG. So it's obviously gonna be PUBG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Wolfenstein 2 won that best action game.
Best VR?
VR AR Resident Evil 7. That makes sense because that was the only VR AR.
What?
And, actually had polish to it, you know?
Oh, yeah. It was really good.
There's not a lot of AAA VR titles, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
That are full-length games, not just a mini game.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about Resident Evil 7 is you can play the whole thing in VR, from beginning to end. I had a lot of fun. The brief amount of time I played with it, it was just too damn scary. It's too much.
Yeah. I don't know. I would not feel very good about playing a game, especially when you're in a VR headset and then you can't see what's going on behind you. You can't be looking around oh.
Especially with headphones, cup headphones and a VR headset, you'd be totally lost in it, and no, I'd vomit all over the place.
No.
Best handheld game. They should have just to fuck with people. They should have put Breath of the Wild in this list.
I mean, it's not wrong though.
It's just a big handheld. Best mobile game, aka how much money can we pay you 2.0? I haven't
heard of any of these games.
I've heard of Super Mario Run, and I'm actually surprised that didn't win because I feel like that's the most recognizable.
I'm guessing that's like a Temple Runner Mario game.
Yeah, it's not terrible. You just tap and he jumps. It's like a regular side-scrolling Mario game.
Now I gotta start playing Monument Valley 2, apparently. one.
A little side note: the new Animal Crossing game on mobile. Jamie's been playing it a lot. Apparently, it's pretty good.
Side note.
Best independent game, Cuphead. Okay.
All right.
All right.
We already talked about that. Looks good. Looks beautiful. Don't care to play it.
Best ongoing game.
Ongoing. What is? That's such a weird. Oh, so it's a carryover from last year.
No, it's like best ongoing game, as in like the best game with the most support. First of all,
like hours playability. Like you don't beat it and quit.
Yeah. First of all, like, Destiny 2 and PUBG. Well, I'll let it slide for PUBG. Destiny 2 should not be on this list. It should not fucking be on this list. It came out not too long ago, and they've released one major update for it that was attached to a DLC.
And the biggest criticism I've seen from Destiny 2 is that it's not an ongoing game. Like, there's like really not a lot of end games. So like, one thing I know about it is the opposite of what it's winning an award. It's like, I don't know about that.
So I just thank God that it did not win.
That was probably one of those things like, oh God, our game isn't ongoing. What can we do to fix it? Put in more content? It's like, no, we got to win the best ongoing game award. I think then people will know.
Well, I can understand why Overwatch won, but I feel like Warframe or Rainbow Six Siege are more impressive ongoing games. Like, Warframe's fucking 4 years old. Like, that game's so old, and it still has an incredibly huge amount of people playing it.
I mean, why isn't World of Warcraft on here then? You know?
Right? Yeah, right. They just released an expansion for World of Warcraft. Why isn't it on here? That's a good question.
Because they don't care. They were like, you want to come on the War Game Awards? They're like, awards? Like, we have like 80 million players. And we're making more money than you even know.
Not what it was.
Then again, Overwatch is on here, and that's Blizzard too. It's probably because they don't care about promoting. Actually, I don't know.
They only had enough money to put one game on the list.
Like Overwatch.
No, Activision and Blizzard only had enough money to put Destiny 2 and Overwatch on the list.
We're getting to a Disney situation where I'm like, wait a minute, every one of these games is owned by the same company.
But like Rainbow Six Siege has seriously improved since it came out. It was not good at all when it first came out, and it's like a legitimately good game now. Yeah, and I think it will continue to be.
Pay so much money for the heroes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish they just lowered the price to buy in-game.
That's what I'm saying. Oh no. Yeah, I mean,
with in-game credits, it takes
so long. I wish you could play the game at a normal rate and then unlock the characters.
Yeah,
because I've been playing, like, we play not frequent. I mean, like a couple nights a week, but like I haven't bought a new hero since like I bought the 4 or like 5 that I have now, and then it's like that's it. I'm not getting any more because like they're like so expensive for the tier 3.
It's 25,000 points for those characters, and you get about 250 points per game if you win.
It's like
So the grind is a little much, but
I'm not a fan of that.
I mean, I like it. You could also just get the season pass, which is expensive, but hey, you get to play all the people, which is nice. That's what I did, and I like
best performance. That's an interesting award. Oh, sorry, everybody.
Games for Impact. We'll just speed through it. Hellblade. I heard it was really good. So I haven't played it though. Congrats to them.
Games for
Best
Impact.
performance, Ashley Birch from Hey Ash, What You Playing was the guy's prediction, and then Melina Juergens from Hellblade.
Was she the main character in that game?
Who, Ashley Birch?
Zero Dawn? Yeah.
I don't know. She might have
guessing, right?
She might have.
I think I know who that person is. I've never actually watched that.
She was Tiny Tina from Borderlands 2.
Cool.
Yeah,
I didn't play that game either.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What
was the last new game you played?
Video games. I thought this was the podcast about board games.
Other than PUBG, what's the newest game you've played?
Newest game. I mean, like Battlefront. I play. My roommate has Battlefront, the new one.
Okay.
That's fairly new.
Newest game you bought
that I purchased. Like a day one purchase, not like
no.
But for like 5 years, and then I just bought it and started playing.
Well, no, like what's the newest game as far as when it was released that you've purchased?
Okay. Oh God, that's a good question. It might be Rainbow Six Siege.
That's what I was thinking. That game's like 2 years old.
Yeah, it's not a lot of games that I'm willing to like put in the hours just because I'd have so little time for games.
And like, $60 is a lot.
Yeah, that too. And like, I'm not just gonna blow. I mean, I would buy more games if they were a little cheaper, and then if I never play them, it's like, oh, whatever. But like $60 to never actually do anything with it, it's kind of like maybe I'll buy like food with that money. use that right away.
Yeah. So, best audio design, Hellblade, once again. It got a lot of awards.
Yeah, that was a very cinematic looking game. It was all about the tech behind it, which was cool. But the game, I can care less about the game. Cool tech stuff. Unreal is doing cool stuff with all their technology for that.
Best score music. See, I feel like Prey should have been on this list, at least nominated somewhere, because Prey had really good music. It was from the same guy who did Doom's soundtrack last year. And have you listened to that soundtrack for Doom?
I love the Doom soundtrack.
Dude, it's so fucking good. It's like...
Didn't they win this award like from last year?
Yeah, they did. So I thought he had it in the bag with Prey.
And they're live playing the songs.
Yeah, it was really lame. It was really lame.
I mean, that's kind of cool, though.
But
it's lame in a good way.
The soundtrack is awesome. And then he did another soundtrack for Prey this year, and the intro song for that game is just awesome. It's so good. But I didn't play Nier Automata, but I've heard that the soundtrack's really good. Like if people say that they listen to the soundtrack just like not even playing the game, which I do for Doom, then I understand.
No.
Best art direction, Cuphead. Okay. That's warranted.
I mean,
the game's basically all about its art, but yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Best narrative.
Oh.
What remains of Edith Finch?
Finch?
I think I heard of that game. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Best game direction, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Because you can go in any direction.
X, Y, and even V.
You can jump. You can go down in a hole. That's 2 directions right there.
You can even fly.
You can go in that cave over there and get a pumpkin. I don't know.
Pumpkin.
Do what you want, kids. Right. And that also won Game of the Year with Legends of the best game. It's better than Super Mario Odyssey. It's better than PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's better than Persona 5. And it's better than Horizon Zero Dawn. But guess what? You can't play it. Isn't that funny? The best game? You don't have it because you don't have a Switch. Sorry.
The best game that no one played. Now, Switch is actually apparently doing pretty well right now, but
yeah, I'm speaking of just from personal experience. I know one person with a Switch, and I'm sure they're having lots of fun playing the greatest game.
Well, so that's it. So other highlights from the Game Awards. Some guy presenting an award called out EA for their microtransactions. He was opening the envelope he couldn't get the envelope open to like announce the award winner. So he pulled his credit card out and he's like, sorry, I forgot you had to pay for this or something like that. And he opened it with his credit card. That was pretty funny. And then another guy who's like a game director for a game called A Way Out went on a long, huge rant saying fuck you to the Oscars. And he just kept saying, like, fuck the Oscars, man. This thing is awesome. And he just kept saying, like, fuck the Oscars. Everybody's pretty sure he was, like, stoned out of his mind or drunk or something. But
I'm starting a movement. We're going to bring down the Oscars.
I'm bummed I didn't watch it. But at the same time, I heard it was okay.
Yeah.
It was all right.
When was this live? A couple days ago?
Thursday night. Which is why we didn't do patch notes, because we didn't want to do a patch notes that released on Friday without any of this stuff in it. So, but we talked about it here. We talked about it now.
Talking about it as you speak.
But yeah, I guess I'll probably do a video talking about my favorite games from the year, a little bit more in depth. Overall, I think they did fine. Like it's mostly subjective, obviously, but a lot of these games I haven't even played, so I can't really weigh in as to how I feel about them. Like I heard Horizon Zero Dawn was great. I heard Super Mario Odyssey and Zelda were great. I don't care about Persona 5.
Yeah.
What about you, Connor?
A lot of good games out there. I wish I could play. I wish I had time to play them all, but
I wish I had money.
Yeah.
Well, to afford them.
Prey was on sale for the Steam sale, and I was thinking about getting it. I think I should have done it.
You should have. It's pretty good. The ending is kind of.
Yeah, keep going.
The ending is kind of
Okay.
Just because it really feels like they ran out of time. They didn't get to do everything they wanted to with it. But the rest of the story and the gameplay, especially if you liked the first BioShock, it's very reminiscent of that. Just in space. Well, Jesus Christ. Well,
I like BioShock Infinite.
I'd say it's more like the first BioShock instead of BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, it's more like more menus and shit. You can craft stuff maybe.
No, it's deeper, like RPG elements, and you're really in like a confined space.
Okay.
Kind of like
Yeah, it's
Rapture.
not big open like rooms. It's hallways
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I think that's it for me. If you have anything else to add, didn't you want to talk about
Battle Angel Alita? So Battle Angel Alita, I had a lot of questions starting to answer them myself. So I'm just glad I'm figuring stuff out. So for everyone else that was confused, maybe they're starting to get it. But I didn't even know anything about this this Japanese manga, Battle
manga?
Angel Alita. Do you know that it's based on a manga?
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's when I stopped caring. No.
That's why she's got big ass eyes. Is she supposed to be a cartoon, a little paper drawing, something? And she looks just like the drawing. So
they're
put it in the movie.
They're like so worried about whitewashing that they're literally just putting a CGI character that looks exactly the same. I think so.
I don't know. I mean, it just looks super goofy, and I was cracking up at the trailer because of the bad guy from Deadpool, and the new transporter, basically, as everyone knows, because everyone saw that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just looks goofy as all hell with his face, this rotoscoped out on a dumbass cyborg body. I was like, oh,
yeah, I saw that part of the trailer, and it looks like his head wasn't meshed perfectly with the model. So it's like his head was bouncing around, but the model was bouncing around at a different rate.
It has the same dumb, stupid ass design that the cyborg from that new Justice League has, and it looks bad. Sorry, stop putting real human faces on entire robot bodies. It's never gonna look good. The only time it ever worked was RoboCop.
Have you seen Justice League yet?
No, and I will not see it.
I haven't seen it either.
Not that I refuse to see it, but there's a lot of movies see right now, and I just haven't gotten a chance to go to the theater, and I will tell you right now, there's no way in hell Justice League is ever making it on that list. Hey, other movies that are better.
You watching Star Wars next week?
I am. I got tickets. Opening night.
When? Opening night? Oh.
Yeah, opening night.
Damn it.
Yeah, I made sure to hop on that the day they...
Well, I realized yesterday that it's coming out next week, and I was telling Jamie, I was like, I'm going home next week to go watch this. And she's like, why? No, you're not. Like, Star Wars? And then I realized if I go home Friday night, there's no way in hell I'm going to ever get a ticket.
Take my money.
Hi
There's
and
no
bye.
chance you're going to get a ticket.
Royal Fishy donated $1. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, man.
Hi and bye.
All right.
Thank you so much for showing up. You'll be in the episode.
Yeah, now you're here forever, immortalized.
Immortalized.
Maybe they can cut your face out and put it on a cyborg body and battle Angel Alita.
Oh. You want to try that again? Can't edit it out.
Alicia. Anyways, it looks sweet. Can't wait. I want to see her spin in slow motion through those chains in 3D at the theater. Whoa!
Yeah. No. But yeah, I guess we'll sign off with. You may have noticed we didn't talk about Battlefront at all this week.
Until now.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, Royal Fishing. Yeah, we were gonna try to go the whole episode without talking about it, but it's because nothing really.
I mean, there's no news in there.
Yeah, nothing really new came out other than there's rumors that the microtransactions aren't gonna come back. I guess we'll just wait and see. I don't really think that's gonna happen. They stand to lose too much money. If they don't come back though, I think that's gonna be like huge. Because it's gonna be like EA just like backing out and being like, all right, you guys won. We heard you.
We beat the devil.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they're a huge corporate entity. I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, probably not. All right, well, anything else we want to mention before we go offline? This was fun. We should do this again, because I think editing it, down to a little thing is nice, but sometimes we can just boom, 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 talk about these things and call it a day.
Well, I'm still probably going to edit this down for YouTube.
Okay.
But we can do this every now and then. Probably won't do it every time.
Yeah.
But
you're getting an inside look into how we do it, and then we try to add a little production value for the other video.
Yeah, the other one has like a lot more, like you can actually watch gameplay and shit like that.
Yeah, right.
But
a little more exciting.
Oh, I guess all I have left to say is please, for the love of God, go watch my Battlefront review. I reviewed Star Wars Battlefront from 2004. I worked on it very hard, and it's only got 42 views. Please, for the love of God, please validate my existence.
Tell me we can fake accounts for Drew and
Please.
watch.
I beg you.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't blame it. But I'm gonna watch it.
Even my closest friends won't see it. I'm convinced that Matt does not.
Friends are neglecting me.
This will be a test, okay? I will not tell Matt about this. I'm convinced that Matt does not watch a single one of our videos ever.
Well, who knows?
So Matt, prove me wrong. If you're watching this right now, text me just the words "fuck you," and I'll know. But there's no way in hell. If anything, his sister watches our videos more than he does.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Matt's sister.
Yep. Thanks, Becca. All right. So I think that's it for us. Signing off. See you guys next week. We'll probably do a traditional episode next week, but we might do this every now and then if you guys like it. Yeah. It'll be up on Twitch and a VOD for like a week or something like that. I don't know how Twitch works, but whatever. All right. Bye.